We all know that there's a lot that makes a show popular, but the most important factor is the relationships that these shows focus on. Blue Bloods is no different. With over 250 episodes, the show is known for the Reagan family dinners. But eagle-eyed fans are curious. What's up with Donnie Reagan, and why is he usually the only one really eating in Blue Bloods' family dinner scenes? We're here to shed some light on the matter, so let's get right into it. First up, why is Donnie the only one eating? The lively dinner scenes that make Blue Bloods such a delight to watch are not all that easy to shoot. So Donnie Wahlberg, who plays Donnie Reagan, the hot-headed member of the family, has finally explained why he seems to be the only character who's eating his meals. Wahlberg first joked that one reason why Donnie eats the most is that he himself is really hungry on set. But jokes aside, he explained that the quirk is supposed to reflect the kind of person that Donnie is. He compared the character to a bull in a china shop, and the easiest way to depict that during dinners is to speak with his mouth full. Unlike the other members who pause in between their bites to say what they have to, Donnie's impatient and doesn't even stop to swallow before saying what he wants to. That's a really creative way to show how different he is from the rest, isn't it? Donnie is also one of the boldest in his family and is even aggressive when it comes to handling criminals. Quite often, he'll use excessive force and allow his emotions to get the best of him when he's on the job. So it makes sense that this hastiness and reckless nature would also make an appearance at the dinner table, now wouldn't it? In any case, this is an exciting analysis and gives us a much better understanding of who Donnie is. Moving on, how are the dinner scenes important to the show? Those who have been with the show from the beginning know how crucial the Reagan family dinners are to the series. We see them sit down at the table to have a meal together at least once every episode. It's a way for the family to spend time with one another and talk about their day. Plus, it's a realistic moment because that's how most families work. Everyone's busy with work or school in the mornings, and at dinner, they sit together to talk and laugh with one another. For the Reagans, dinner allows them to preserve some kind of normalcy in what is otherwise a dangerous lifestyle. This endearing moment in the show is so loved by fans because of the family banter. We get to see just how close they all are to one another, and the showrunners know that's how we feel about it. Leonard Goldberg considered the dinner sequences as the cornerstone of the family moments in Blue Bloods, and we agree. Coming up, what is Blue Bloods really about? To understand what the show's really about, just take another look at what Goldberg said. It proves that the cop show is much more about family dynamics and relationships than it is about their work in law enforcement, and that's why fans have watched the show since 2010. What's more is that the show consists of flawed characters. They aren't perfect people who make no mistakes, but instead are honorable folk, and they only want to do their best to make their world a peaceful place for themselves and their family. And why do we believe that? Just look at them at the dinner table. The strong bonds they share are all the proof we need. Up next, what's really happening during their dinner? Yes, fans wait for the entire episode to see the Reagan family sit down at the table and have their meals. But it turns out these moments aren't as simple as they seem on camera. Tom Selleck, who plays Commissioner Frank Reagan, offered us more insight into how hard it is to bring these moments to the screen. The actors were offered an opportunity to spend time together during every episode, which is something Selleck is grateful for. But that's it. Turns out the cast can spend up to 8 hours filming each dinner scene. Not only are they sitting at the table for so long, but they also have to eat the same food over and over again. But one person's enjoying himself and the food. Sammy Gale, who plays Nikki Reagan Boyle, revealed that even when they're not supposed to be eating, the cast can look up from the scripts to always find Donnie chewing on something. Wahlberg didn't deny the claims. While he mentioned that Selleck only pretends to eat, he would eat a lot. At one shoot, he ate almost 20 pounds of asparagus. He is trying to stick to vegetables, but even then, that's too much if you ask us. He even responded to a fan on Twitter who pointed out that actors aren't really eating their food, as they mainly sipped on water or ate a single pea. Wahlberg tweeted in response, "You obviously aren't watching me at the dinner table." The tweet was followed by a series of emojis of all kinds of food and drinks. We believe him. No matter what they say about the long hours, it still sounds fun to us. Imagine getting to spend 8 hours sitting at a table with Tom Selleck. Who wouldn't say yes to that? Following up, Blue Bloods also has a wonderful supporting cast. CBS's long-running drama has become almost as famous as franchises like Law & Order and One Chicago. Its main cast, which includes Selleck, Wahlberg, and Bridget Moynihan, to name a few, have also become really big names for the studios. But Blue Bloods has also introduced stellar supporting characters who were played by really talented actors. We're so delighted to see the Reagan family interacting with one another that sometimes we just forget that the rest of them offer a lot to the show. Many of those supporting actors you've seen in the series are actually quite well established, even those who stopped by for single episodes before going off elsewhere. That's the category where Gloria Voltzis lies. She appeared in an episode episode in Season 1 as Sabrina Glick, a club owner and socialite. She gets sucked into an investigation after a doorman is murdered right outside one of her favorite spots. If you're wondering where you've seen her before, let us help you out. Firstly, Gloria Volcis secured a role in White Collar. When Volcis appeared as Sabrina in 2010, she was a star looking for her big break in showbiz. Up until then, she had secured small roles in super popular shows like NCIS and in the City. Plus, she'd also bagged roles in some indie movies too, such as The Education of Charlie Banks and Killer Movie. But it was her appearance in Blue Bloods that offered her a chance to secure her biggest role today. The show helped raise her profile in Hollywood, and that was all she needed. Volcis was cast as Alex Hunter, opposite Matt Bomer in the show White Collar. Her role required her to portray a crook who was a lover and, at times, partners with the ex-thief Neil Caffrey. She really got to show off her skills, and in her very first appearance, proved herself. Her fantastic chemistry with Bomer and the rest of the cast made her a perfect fit. She would go on to become a regular and even help Neil in his efforts to secure the music box. But while her show would make several appearances opposite Neil for the next few seasons, she didn't return after season 4. Next up, Volcis helped the BAU team catch a killer too. Volcis kept herself busy after she departed White Collar for good, but even though she was acting, many of these roles were mostly the one-off sort. But despite that, she's appeared in much more notable shows such as Revenge, CSI Miami, and Person of Interest. And in 2015, she even had a small but crucial role in Criminal Minds. While you may not be able to recall her on the show, she made her appearance in the 11th season as an FBI agent. Agent Debbie Webster was in the show to help the BAU team in town hunt down a very sadistic, unknown subject. That's FBI lingo, by the way, who was depriving his victims of sleep before he murdered them. The creepily accurate title of the episode, Awake, gave us everything that we expect from Criminal Minds. It had a little bit of torture, grisly murders, sudden twists, and abductions. And in the end, the BAU team successfully delivered on another case. The reason we mentioned Volcis is because of her powerful performance in the episode. Volcis would eventually be sidelined in the episode, as the focus would shift to the BAU team, as it always did. But despite her limited screen time, she would be able to create a full character in the short amount of time that she had. We can't wait to see where Volcis will appear next. That's a wrap for this video. Do you think Donnie Wahlberg is the only one eating on the set of Blue Bloods? Let us know in the comments below. Make sure to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel for more videos like this. See you in the next one.